This is the Haftarah for Parshas Tazria this year in 5784, which is 2024. And this week, there is no differentiation between, from what I've seen, between the Ashkenazic custom or Sephardic custom or any other community. So it's found in 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 42 through 5, verse 19. 22 verses. And a man came from Baal Shalisha, and he brought to the man of God bread of the first fruits, 20 loaves of barley bread and sheaves of fresh grain in their shells. And he said, "Give to the people and let them eat." And his servant said, "How will I give this before 100 men? And he said, "Give the people and let them eat. For so has the Lord said, they shall eat and leave over." And he placed it before them, and they ate and left over according to the word of the Lord. Chapter 5, verse 1. Now Naaman, the general of the king of Aram, was a prominent man before his Lord and respected, for through him had the Lord given victory to Aram, and the man was a great warrior, and he was a Mitzorah, some kind of a leper. Now, the Arameans went out in bands and captured from the land of Israel a young girl who ministered to Naaman's wife. And she said to her mistress, "The supplications for my master should be that he go before the prophet who is in Samaria. Then he would cure him of his tzaraat," his leprosy. And he came and told his master, saying, "In the following manner has the girl from the land of Israel spoken." And the king of Aram said, "Come, go, and I will send a letter to the king." Excuse me. And the king of Aram said, Come, go. I will send a letter to the king of Israel." He went and took in his possession 10 talents of silver and 6,000 gold pieces and 10 suits of clothes. And the letter came to the king of Israel, saying, "And now, when this letter comes to you, behold, I have sent Naaman my servant to you, and you shall cure him of his tzaraat." And it was, when the king of Israel read the letter, that he rent his garments and said, "Do I have the power from God to put to death and to bring to life, that this one sends to me to cure a man of his tzaraat? Just know now and see that he is looking for a pretext against me." And it was, when Elisha, the man of God, heard that the king of Israel had rent his garments, that he sent to the king, saying, "Why have you rent your garments? Let him come to me now, and let him know that there is a prophet in Israel." And Naaman came with his horses, with his chariots, and he stood at the doorway of Elisha's house. And Elisha dispatched a messenger to him, saying, "Go and immerse yourself 7 times in the Jordan, and your flesh will be restored to you, and you will become clean." Now Naaman became incensed, and he went away, and he said, "Here I thought that he would come out to see me, and he would stand and call in the name of Yud-Heh Vav-Heh, his God, and he would raise his hand toward the spot and cure the Mitzorah. And are not Amanah and Parpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Will I not immerse myself in them and become clean?" And he turned away and went away in anger. And his servants approached and spoke to him and said, Master, if the prophet spoke to you to do a difficult thing, would you not do it? And surely, since he said to you, immerse yourself and become clean. And he went down and immersed himself in the Jordan 7 times, according to the word of the man of God, and his flesh was restored, like the flesh of a young lad. They became clean. And he returned to the man of God, and he and his entire camp. And he came and stood before him, and he said, Behold, now I know that there is no God in all the earth except in Israel. And now accept a gift from your servant. And he said, As the Lord before whom I have stood lives, I will not accept. And he urged him to accept, but he refused. And Naaman said, Now, only if your servant be given a load of earth as carried by a team of mules, for your servant will no longer offer up a burnt offering or a sacrifice to other deities, but to the Lord. For this thing may the Lord forgive your servant. When my master comes to Beth Rimmon to prostrate himself there, and he leans upon my hand, and I will prostrate myself in Beth Rimmon, when I bow in Beth Rimmon, may the Lord forgive your servant for this thing. And he said to him, Go in peace. And he went some distance away from him.